Hello! I am in the mood for, you guessed it, another collage. I guess, making another collage. Yeah, so this time I am not going to use any of my magazines. I'm only going to use my clippings and to see what kind of, I guess, collage I can come up with just the clippings. I mean, there are a ton of options that I have, and you guys may have seen a bunch of them already. I guess I'll just kind of pull a few ideas that I've had in the past. I'll pull some of them out, and I guess we can just kind of look at what we've got and see what's speaking to us today. I think I want to go from like a big piece and go down to a little piece. Like go down to the things that I add to it. I think I'm going to use that process for today. Alright, so there's some small ones. I don't think I want to go... I think I want to go bigger. Like, this piece in particular, I think I'd really love to find a background that splayed like a really huge area, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess I can cut, because I'll be cutting the ladies out, so I can put them closer together. So it wouldn't, the background wouldn't have to be quite as wide. Okay, why don't we run with this idea first and see where that takes us. I have a feeling though that one might require nature scenes from catalogs, because I don't know if I would have cut out all of the really big nature scenes out. But we'll see. Maybe something will jump out at us as being a good fit. So this one, do you think I should maybe cut the girls out so that I can, yeah, they'll be too close for this one, I think. I might need to go into my books to find a large scene, and that does not really fit with today's challenge. So sometimes you just gotta go with an idea and talk it through and then see if it's gonna work or not. And I think this one is not going to work. So I'm going to set aside these girls for another opportunity. Now let's look back to these odd scenes that I have. So this one, I really love this image and I really want to cut her out and put her on a different kind of background. A background that's like more unexpected. Let's see what we have in this miscellaneous folder. I always forget what I have in this one. I feel like this should be with people, this should be with people. You know what? I think I'm going to cut these two apart because I want to use them separately. But I think if I cut them apart, I'll be able to visualize things a little bit better. Okay, so there will be some refining cuts that I need to do just in between the spaces here, just to integrate this photo into the background, whatever the background might become. But just to have a kind of an image that we can play with. So do we like that idea of just putting in all these big blossoms? I mean, it's cool. It's not really selling me on it. I think we can use the flowers in a more interesting way than this. So That's kind of interesting to have these creepy gnome guys, but not quite there. Okay, see, I like that. But if we use something like this, I definitely need to find something to cover the letters, or else I could cut this horizon out and put a different sky there. Maybe? What I've got here are my options. Yes, there are a lot. I'm not really sure where to go with this. I don't know if any one item is really speaking to me over the other ones, but let's just kind of talk through some of these and see what we like. I kind of like this way of doing it too, because then you guys can see the options that I've got. And in the comments below, you can kind of let me know what ideas you would have done, like which backgrounds you would have picked, and how you would have translated that into the image. So I do really quite enjoy this. I am stuck with this font though. I could change the sky. However, most of my good sky images are still in the magazines. So then I'd have to like scrap the whole challenge and then just do a regular collage, which I guess I can do. These are parameters I'm giving to myself, so I can do whatever I want. But for the time being, we'll stick with the challenge. This is the image. I could have maybe like a bird flying over here. I don't know, maybe I would want a bird in here then too. That's an idea. This one I do like because it's simple and it's kind of dreary and she's kind of gloomy, and so I think that feeds off each other, but I'm feeling like this is maybe not the direction I want to go, so I'll put this off to the side. As you do. This one I was considering like painstakingly cutting around all of these few stalks of lilies, and then having her in front, and maybe some of this one could come out onto this side of the table, you know, kind of play with dimension. And then because there's going to be a lot of cutouts, put this onto yet another background. I like the idea, but I don't think these two are a winning combination. Okay, so for this one, I kind of liked this. I would cut out around the spikes of this plant, around the gate, and put this on a yet another background. But I could also have some kind of creature or being or something coming out of the doorway there. It is a little bit busier, and it's a bit unfortunate because like the two focal points of this piece are her and the Oscar that I want to feature, and they kind of both get drowned out by the plants. So in that way, I'm feeling like maybe not this one. You know what? We're back to this. This was the very first one that I liked with this image, and we're back. So I think we've got to follow this train of thought. We need to find something. I think I want to look to see what kind of birds I have, because if I can have a flying bird and also some birds in the scene, that would tie everything in and also cover up the font or the text. So let's see. Okay, so his wingspan does cover the words, but I'm unclear, like, would I have him maybe sitting? Oh, I could have his, how would that work? I could have his feet on her lap, maybe? And then this wing, I'd have to tuck behind her face. Let's try that out. So I was kind of thinking something like this. Does that work if he's landed on her leg? Do we like that? I think I like where this is going enough that I'm going to forfeit my little challenge to myself. So that means we get to pull out some more catalogs and do some more harvesting. I don't know if I've really done much harvesting with a specific image in mind, so it's going to be really interesting to go through the magazines specifically looking for bald eagles. Well, I have not been able to find any more bald eagles that would suit the scene, and I was thinking once I trim the feet nice and close, once I do that, I won't be able to put her as low as I want to, because if I'm having him rest on her leg, like such, he doesn't cover up this. So I would have to bring it really high up, and then I don't feel like there's much of the road in there, and I think that's part of why I like this background. So we are gonna put the eagles to the side. I literally went through almost all of my magazines, and I went to the store real quick, the thrift store, to see if they had any like bird theme books. Couldn't really find anything. So on my way home from the thrift store, I was thinking about my dinosaur book that I have, this one, and I was like, hey, what if I do like pterodactyls? Because when I had the bald eagles here, it was like, well, this is realistic, this is realistic, this is realistic. Nothing is really pushing that surrealism. Even like the proportions seem like somewhat realistic. So then I was like, okay, this guy, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that he would work. I'll have to do a finer cut. And then have her there, and then I can have, I thought I could have this guy, I don't know, anywhere on the ground really, and then this guy with the baby, I could have him down here. I'd like something up in the sky though, and I like that I've tried to keep the same pterodactyl. Okay, so I'm going to start doing the fine cutting of these 4 guys, and I'm really hoping this does the job that I want it to do, so wish me luck. I have got all of these finely cut out. It was actually kind of soothing. I quite enjoy doing those little tiny little fussy cutting. Okay, good. I think that this is going to turn out well. I have a good feeling about this, and I just kind of hope that I'm right. So I got that. I like him because they're under the table. Oh, should I put his head under the table too? Probably, hey? Let's see how that looks if I do that. Okay, yes, I like that better. Okay, so now he's fully under the table. The baby is on this newspaper, which I love. We can probably look at putting her on the image now. So let's glue the back of this. Okay, I'm liking this. We've got a few of our little guys that we can add as well. So let's do some of these. I don't know that I would really want to put anything else on here, even though if I had a few more birds, I probably would. Like, this is a little bit blank to me, but also I kind of like that you can see the road. So I'm a little bit torn on that. But overall, I quite enjoy this. I think it's pretty neat. I'm just going to glue it on some cardstock. Like, so many people have serious art on their wall, which is nice as well. I also, like, there's obviously merit to nice art, silly art, abstract art, realism, photo art, you know. And I definitely think surrealism has a place in art, and I'm excited to start hanging some of my pieces in my house. It's gonna be really fun and interesting to see how people react. So this is what I've put together for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!